Meet Monae Carter with Kash Collections and Vacations by Nay. Greetings, this is Angela Thompson with ArKAngel Enterprises, LLC, and I am here with my beautiful niece. I have known this beauty for all of her life, and I can tell you she is absolutely amazing. She is so kind, she's gentle, she's thoughtful, she's intentional, she's all of those things, and she is my niece. And so I get an opportunity to chat with her, and she's doing some amazing things with some business ventures that she has. And so I'm going to give her a chance to just talk about what those businesses are, and then we can talk about your inspiration for starting them. So in any order that you like, Monae. Go ahead and let's get started. Tell us about your first business.
Hello, my name is Monae. My first business I started in July 2020. It's called Kash Collections. It's a pop-up shop business. So I host pop-ups in the DMV area to give awareness to small businesses. It's a good networking event. I've connected a lot of people through pop-ups. Now they do pop-ups. They run a successful business. It doesn't matter how small your business is. If you're just starting, it's a good way to network because you never know who's walking through that door, shopping, who's watching you, who's recording, because a lot of people go around now and they do vlogging. You never know what doors it might open. I have opened a lot of doors. And this year I haven't planned to pop up yet, but I'm hoping to start in the summer or the spring, just depending on the weather. And hopefully spring is kind of tricky because it rains a lot. So I try to focus on the summer.
So that's a good point that you just made, Monae. A couple of questions come to mind in terms of the pop-up shops. Are they mostly outdoors, or do you have any that are indoors?
Sometimes most of them are indoors, but if I have a space that I'm renting out that has outdoor space too, a lot of people do like to be outdoors because it attracts people inside. But most of the venues I try to stay indoors because I have like shea butter vendors, lip gloss vendors, stuff that might melt during the summer. So I try to find something that has indoor and outdoor space.
That is incredibly thoughtful and great planning too. I hadn't even thought about that. So when you have your pop-up shops, I wonder about how many vendors do you have at one time?
I try to keep it to one per category, depending on the space. Some venues can hold up to 10, some venues can hold up to 20. It just depends on how big the venue is. So between 10 and 20, I try to, if it's 20, I might do 2 per category, especially like shea butters, because products are different. They use different ingredients. Some might be organic, some might not. So I ask questions like, what's in your shea butter? So I won't have nobody feel like they're in competition.
That's a good point. That is a great point. And so people investing their time and investing into a vendor space, they have a great opportunity to earn revenue while out there to really showcase what they have during their specific time. I love that. I do love that. And then you also talked about networking. I cannot underscore the importance of networking. And you brought that platform to so many people. And because their businesses are so different, they can focus on their niche and reach out to maybe somebody else who's also vending that day. And maybe they can kind of share resources. So maybe somebody's doing shea butter may need a product that's 2 or 3 tables down or somewhere in that vicinity and can kind of help or refer people to each other. So there is power in the networking. I think that's an awesome job that you're doing. What inspired you to do that?
I feel like a lot of small businesses wasn't getting the attention they needed. And a lot of people have great ideas, but they just don't know how to put it out there. So I was like, I saw people doing pop-ups and I was like, let me try. And I fell in love with it. Meeting everybody, not only the vendors, but the customers that come in. I have lifetime friends that were vendors at one point in time, and we still talk to this day. We share business goals. I go over their house. It opened a lot for me.
Everything. I am so proud of you. And so if people want to get on the wait list to be a vendor, how do they do that? What is the best way to get in touch with you or to come out and to support the shop?
So they can follow me on Kash Collections. It's for S at the end on Instagram. They also can email me on my vacation page, vacationsbynae@gmail.com. And I'll reply. And I'll be posting my summer pop-up on there.
Okay, very good. So is the time frame, I would think, would be different for the vending because you want to have everybody kind of lined up. And so on or about, if you're thinking about the spring, if I cannot wait to get this email, I'm anxious. When should I start looking? Should I start looking maybe this is March, maybe in April? That's when you're
I
make
would say April or May.
Okay, very good. Everything is in an A. I know, but tell everybody that's tuned in, how did you come up with the name Kash Collections?
First, it actually was Tiny Hearts Collections, and then I had a son, his name is Kash, so I decided to name it after him.
I love that. I love that. He is absolutely everything. So adorable. All right, so let's talk about your next business. Give us the name of your next business and tell us all about it.
So my next business I love so much is Vacations by Nae. I started that in September 2022. What inspired me was I traveled a lot with my grandmother, and I actually loved it. And I booked a trip with my mom for her birthday, and I went through a travel agent, and she was like so pleasant, and everything worked out well. The room was amazing. We went to Orlando, Florida, and right after she posted a promotion of like how to become a travel agent, and I took the leap of faith, and ever since then I absolutely loved it. I learned so much through booking trips, through the trainings, and just sending people on vacations.
That is a great inspiration. And so, Monae, tell us about the types of vacations that you like to plan the most. Do you like to plan more for individuals, for small groups, large groups? What are your thoughts?
So my favorite so far is staycations. I feel like everybody needs like a relaxation from home, a reset, just a moment to get away from life. So I have been doing a lot of staycations in the DMV area, more so for birthdays, people that have kids that don't want to go out of state or go out the country, and they want to stay close to home. They asked me just to plan a weekend trip just for them to reset for the work week. So that's my favorite type. That's my favorite service right now. I can do all inclusive. I do states to states. Right now, I'm focusing on spring break trips. I'm actually working on a group trip. I also have itinerary services, so I can plan your whole itinerary while you're out of town. So I've been working on a couple of those too. For people, even if you don't book a trip with me, you just need some resources of where to go, what spots are hot.
Because that's where I struggle. When I go out of town, I'm like, okay, well, now that I'm here, what am I going to do? Because, getting there was a chore. But now that I'm there, what do I do? What's fun? How much is it going to cost? How do I get there?
I check out the prices if you need me to book. Last year I did a Disney trip for somebody's daughter's third birthday party. So I booked the Disney tickets and they went to SeaWorld.
Well, that is awesome.
I try to take the stress away, the homework of looking up the best deals, trying to, like you said, taking the stress away of like, what am I going to do when I get down here? I only have this much time, and I just take the time slots and fill them up for you.
I love that, Monae. I do. Do you ever plan any trips out of the United States, or are you looking forward to that?
Haven't done one yet, so I'm looking forward to it. I do promote it because I do have a lot of awesome deals to all-inclusive resorts. I was actually about to post one for Jamaica. They have a new reel opening up in May, so the price is really good and it's brand new. Who doesn't like to visit something that hasn't been advertised?
I know. Do you have any group trips planned that's coming up?
I have one group trip planned. It's Thanksgiving week, and we are going to the Bahamas. It's a Carnival cruise. It's posted on my page, and it has all the cabin prices, and it's only $100. You only have to put $100 down, and you can pay month to month.
If anyone wants to know what's coming up in terms of your group trip, they can go ahead and visit your site, your Instagram site, and you will have links provided in there in terms of how they secure their spot on this particular trip.
Yep. So you go to Vacations by Nae, you send me a message, and I will send you a payment link, or sometimes I ask for a consultation so we can talk over the phone, so I can give you a little bit more details about the trip, so you just don't feel like you're just talking through Instagram or talking through the email. I like to be personal, so I always give my number out and tell them to call me at any time.
How far in advance should people start planning for a trip?
I would say 60 days out. Just gives you time to get on a payment plan, because most payment plans have to be 60 days out, plan 60 days out. But I have had people text me the weekend of and like, I need a hotel for this weekend in Dallas. And
okay, that is so you're taking care of us within the United States, and I think that is great, because that's needed too. We assume that other external travel sites that allow you to go online directly can help, but sometimes we get lost in the shuffle and trying to figure out how to navigate through the system or what a good hotel is. And by you being in the business, you have a good sense of, no, I really wouldn't stay here, although it looks nice on Google. It may not be a nice hotel, so you can help filter through some of that.
Yeah, a lot of people don't read the reviews. The reviews will tell you exactly what people are thinking. A lot of people skip on the reviews just because the pictures look nice, but you go in the reviews and it's not as nice as the pictures, because some pictures was taken 3 to 4 years ago.
Right.
They never changed the pictures.
Right. I got it. That makes a lot of
So I
sense.
try to filter out. I read reviews. I do the homework part of planning the trip for you. So I read the reviews. I do my research. I go into my portal because I'm under an agency. I put it in the search bar wherever you want to stay. If you give me a choice, if you give me the exact location you want to stay, and I give you what I found, and if you choose to go with that hotel, I will book it for you, but I will give you suggestions if I feel like it's not a good fit for your stay.
That's helpful. That is so helpful. What about food and beverage, like restaurants? Do you give advice on where to go eat, where to go play, where to go relax, where to go shop?
Yes, so that's a part of my itinerary service.
All right. So with regards to, the world is a little scary sometimes, even here in my own backyard, you just never know what to expect with everything that we're seeing on the news. Do you ever get folks coming to you with security concerns based on where they think they want to go? And if so, how do you deal with that concern? How do you help manage that so that they're not worried so much about going?
If they do have any concern, I make sure that I do my research and make sure it's a safe place for them to travel. Because sometimes, like right now, I think Jamaica, they have an advisory, but I did my research and so it's only certain parts of Jamaica. So I just do my research and I get back to them. And if I feel like it's not a good time frame to go, I will definitely tell them my concerns about not going. Because
That's
I always
great.
want people to leave and come back safely. And I
That
have a great time.
okay. All right. I love it. All right. Everyone, I introduce you to my beautiful, beautiful niece, Monae Carter, and she has two businesses, Cash Collections and Vacations by Nay. Please reach out to her. Monae, I love you.
I love you too.